Hey guys, Dr. 5 here with episode number 13 of our Road to Glory, not Road to Glory, again I messed it up, career mode on FIFA 20 with West Brom. We're kicking this episode off by looking at some youth products coming through the scouting system. Obviously we are in England, Scotland and Ireland, the Republic of Ireland. We've got a couple of decent ones in the academy right now. We've actually got one or two in the actual squad. Not the starting 11, or some on the subs, and most of them in the reserves. But we've got a couple of good ones coming through. Should be able to scout up a couple of them at the end of the season. And yeah, we're going to get into the first game of the episode, which is going to be against Nottingham Forest, former giants of the English game, you could say. As we kick it off with Livermore in the 6th minute, he's going to play the ball to Harper. Harper's going to find Burke, cuts inside, strikes it right at the keeper, unfortunately for us there. Once again, Harper creating the majority of the chances from the midfield. Cuts it back across to Canales. And luckily for us, actually, Canales got tripped on the way to making that shot, causing a penalty. 13 minutes into the game, we will have an opportunity from 12 yards out. Stepping up is going to be Mattia Pereira. Going to put it into that top left-hand corner. Can he do it? He's done it so many times this season. No, he cannot. Hits the crossbar. So all that practice this season comes back and it doesn't work. But he's going to redeem himself here, try and redeem himself at least, as he cuts outside here, lays it across to Livermore on the edge of the box. Livermore's going to turn around, wriggle around, finds Cardenas, cuts inside nicely. Going to look to curl this one into the back post. Can't quite do so. He actually hits the post and it is cleared away for a throw-in. Moving in just before the second half here, Cardenas is defending nicely. Looks to get back to Lolly. Can't actually meet him there as the ball goes all the way through to Cash. Laid off to Bostock. First time strike into the side netting, but not the side netting that you want. Livermore now into the second half. Livermore finds a little 1-2 with Phillips. Up then eventually to Burke. Can't quite get the better of the defender there. Actually kept up with him for once here, but Bridcup gives away straight to Cardenas. Up into Burke. Plays it through to Livermore. He plays it then to Phillips. Whipped across to Burke. Nods it home. 1-0. Great start to this second half. We're an hour in now, and 15 minutes into the second half, we go 1-0 up through a Burke header. You can see here we've gone all the way to the 80th minute, with 10 minutes remaining. Sawyer finds Livermore. Livermore's going to find Manuel, our new signing from the previous episode. Burke just dips one over the top to Sawyer, volleys it home. 2-0, doubles our lead, and it's just a really nice goal, well-worked goal. Burke's got a goal and an assist in this game, and he's continuing his fine form this season. Into the last minute of the game, Sawyers receives the ball. He's already scored a goal. Can he get another one since coming on as he plays with Livermore? Livermore's going to play through Kravinovic. Kravinovic is going to skillfully cut into the inside, look to strike one, does nicely, results in a corner, and that is actually going to be the final chance for us and the final chance in the game, which ends as a 2-0 victory to us. And we now go all the way to Wales, to the Cardiff City Stadium, for an away day against Cardiff City, former Premier League team. Hopefully we can kind of prove ourselves against them. And we've got a chance right here, 14 minutes into the game. Burke's just played over the top. He's got the better of Flint. Going to look to shoot this one across goal. It takes a poor touch. It cuts inside to Flint, and he can easily get it back to the keeper, unfortunately for us. Poor touch there by Burke, kind of let him down. But 33 minutes in, Reece James is going to play into Harper. Harper's going to play eventually the ball into Burke, who's going to turn Flint once again, strike it across goal, takes a deflection off the keeper and actually hits the crossbar. Very fortunate there by Cardiff. Very luck in that one, no skill in that one. But Gibbs heads the ball up to Phillips, chests it down, headed away again. Cassina, he's going to play it straight into the path of Reece James. Phillips once again receives the ball. Up to Burke. Burke's going to play it back to Phillips. Eventually it's going to find its way through. Unfortunately none of our players can get on the end of it. Peltier plays it right into the path of Kravinovic. He plays it to Burke. And Burke just puts a nice little tidy little finish there past the keeper in the 39th minute. 40th minute, right from their kickoff, we win back ball. And Manuel going to look to dink one to the back post to Burke. Can't quite get his head on it. And eventually the ball will be cleared away by Cardiff as they make it, well, they make it from their own kickoff without conceding, basically. But just before the hour mark, Reece James, he's going to play the ball to Kravinovic. Gets the better of Richards for pace. Really nicely done there. And you can see, half an hour left. Kravinovic looking to seal this game up. Strikes it at the near post. Well saved by Smithies. Burke can't win the header. Kravinovic is going to go for an audacious attempt. And it's right into the path of Smithies, keeping it at 1-0. So they've still got a chance in this game. Unless we kill it off with this attack. as Krovinovic gets onto the ball, played to him by Reece James. Pereira was on the line there brilliantly, and he's just going to tap it across to Ollie Burke, who makes it 2-0, doubles our lead. He scored again. It's like the fucking 800th consecutive game that he's scored in. It's brilliant to see our strikers not being selfish there by Pereira. Really nice to see. And we win that game 2-0. That's 2-0 games on the bounce. And we're just saying, they're wondering why we didn't see Maguire. And why would I drop Maguire? Why would I drop Ollie Burke if he's in such great goal scoring form from Sean Maguire? You know? But yeah, just talking about Ollie Burke, how good he is, how good he's been in these past few games, and also how I thought of the match. I was proud of the lads, because we played a team recently relegated from the Premier League. Yeah, they might have had some bad form near the end of the season that continued on to the beginning of this season, but no, Cardiff are a decent side. Neil Warnock's a decent manager, so yeah, I'd say that was a good victory. Moving on, we're going to play Bristol, so we're continuing down in the same area. Just gone from Wales across to Bristol. We've crossed that bridge. Don't know what the bridge is called though. But 6 minutes into the game, Ollie Burke gets the better of Smith. He's going to cut inside to the box. Gets the better of the defender there, lays it across to Livermore. Livermore's going to look to cut this one into the back post, but it deflects and goes over. First chance there, big chance. And we didn't take it here. Watkins being tracked in nicely by Reece James. Plays the ball through to Sismodic. He plays it to Jana right down the throat of Sam Johnson, and we can get this one away rather quickly as Gibbs is going to play it up to Harper. We're going to work our way upfield really nicely here as Burke receives the ball. He's going to play it to Sawyers. Sawyers going to play it back into the path of Burke. Looking to get his way past Moore here. He plays back to Harper, uses his pace to get past Moore, gets past Fosu Mensah, stops, cuts inside, looks to curl this one into the back post, but it's a great save by Manepa, the Bristol keeper, as Sawyers here gets the better of the midfielder. Burke's going to let it off to Livermore. Livermore back through to Burke, strikes it again. Well saved by the Bristol keeper. 20 minutes in, we've had a lot of chances. We should have had one goal by now at least. As once again Burke receives the ball. He's going to play it to Phillips. Phillips back into Burke. Burke to Harper. Harper's going to cut inside and play it through to Burke. Across goal. Again the heavy touch. Deflects back through to him, and his shot then, it wasn't even on target. As we move just before half-time, we're in the injury time of the first half. Sawyers, he's going to play it to Phillips. Phillips inside to Burke, back to Phillips. A nice little 1-2 between them. Gets the better of Baker for the pace. Shoots it across goal, well saved again by the keeper. He's having the performance of his life. He's definitely been the best player on the pitch so far. Hopefully in this second half we can punish him and actually get a goal as Pereira's come on. He's going to play it through to Burke. Burke's now 1-on-1 with the keeper. He's had like 3 or 4 chances this game already, and just before the hour mark he tucks it into the back of the net. Half an hour left to add some more and defend what we've already got, as Manepa from the goal kick clears it away. We're going to actually win this header, and Burke is going to chest it down brilliantly there, taking on the pressure from the defender and just chesting it down. Livermore plays through Sawyers. Sawyers just going to knock this one to the back post to Harper. You know, you can't. A sweaty goal. You got to love a sweaty goal. As Burke is not done there, we're going to try and make it 3-0 here. Charging past Smith for pace. He's brilliant when it comes to pace. Going to maybe again go for the sweaty goal. He cuts inside with Ronaldo chop, lays it off to Cardenas. But Cardenas' shot is right at the keeper. Speaking of Cardenas, Edwards is going to do a nice bit of skill here. Plays it into the path of Cardenas, who picks it up around the halfway line. He's just going to keep dribbling. Past 2, past 3, past 4, past 5. Strike it across goal. That would have been some goal for the youngster. But unfortunately, it was right at the keeper. And it was going to be the final big chance of the game, as we win 2-0, the third 2-0 victory in a row in this episode. And hey, this is another special episode. Last episode was full of games. This one has got 4 games in it. And we're taking on Preston at the Hawthorns for the final game of the episode. Hopefully, we can score more than 2 goals in this game as Krovinovic. He's going to play it through to Phillips. Phillips at the back post, going to cut inside nicely and try and curl one in at the near post, but couldn't quite do so as the keeper closed his leg quickly and saved that one. 15 minutes into the game, Krovinovic lays it off to Burke. Burke actually, luckily, gets the better of the defenders there as he plays it off to Cardenas. Cardenas across goal, tucks it home for what I think is his 4th goal of the season. Brilliant youth player. And yeah, I was a bit annoyed that he didn't have a high max potential at the beginning of the season, but with the new dynamic potential, he should be able to rise higher with than that. And especially with some of the performances he's putting in and the dribbling that he had in the last game. You can see there, a great opportunity there for Burke, but a brilliant reaction save by the Preston keeper denies him. Half an hour in, Reece James is going to play it into Manuel. Manuel's going to play it up to Burke. Burke is eventually going to lay it off to Manuel. It's unmarked in the box, and for his first goal at the club, Benson Manuel, who signed from Genk. Genk. I'm going to say Genk, because I think it is Genk. From the Belgian League for the swap deal of Charlie Austin, and he's gone and tucked it home. A really nice goal there. Poor defending from Preston. Unmarked in the box as the ball's dinked across for Burke. He's going to hit it on the first time volley. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Way over the crossbar, blazing over. As we move into the second half, 46 minutes in, Cardenas is going to receive the ball. He's going to play it through to Ollie Burke. Little bit too much weight on that one. And it did go straight into the path of the goalkeeper. Livermore through to Cardenas once again. Had the opportunity there to play it through to Burke. He's going to hold it on his own and actually play it through to Krovinovic this time. He strikes across goal. Well saved by the keeper. As we go just past the hour mark. Krovinovic, the man who just had a shot. He's going to play it through to Cardenas. Nicely knocks that in front of him. Strikes it across goal. But it was a very poor... It was a tired shot, that was. You could tell he was tired at this point in the game. But Jay gets the better of the attacker there. Wins the ball back, plays it to Phillips. Phillips is going to play it to Townsend. Townsend up to Burke. Turns his man nicely. Looks to strike it across goal. Well saved by the keeper. Cardenas is going to go for the overhead kick. Spectacular, but it deflects off the player. Goes out. And that's going to be another 2-0 victory. I hope you guys have enjoyed all of the 2-0 victories in this episode. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.